What up, dudes? ZR Car here. Back again with another video. So I've been looking at some other vehicles. There's some really cool trucks and cars out there. Kind of been looking at the Lunar Rock TRD Pro, the Tundra to be exact. Also been looking at some bow tie stuff. Really like the new 2021 Tahoe. Also really want to get a Honda Accord 2-liter. Anyhow, the video today is about a comparison between the 2021 Tahoe and the 2020 Honda Passport. This is the Elite model in modern steel. One of the reasons I've got the Silverado out is because the interior is surprisingly similar to the new 2021 Tahoe. They offer the same Gideon dark atmosphere interior. Radio stack is a little different, but some of it's the same. Engine, of course, is the same for that 5.3 anyways. So we're gonna do 10 reasons I think the Passport is better than the 21 Tahoe. So this isn't going to be in any specific order, but the number one on my list here out of 10, I'm also going to do 10 reasons that the Tahoe is better than the Passport. But anyways, the number one reason that the Passport is better than the Tahoe is the all-wheel drive. Of course, the Tahoe has the 2-speed transfer case with 4 high, 4 low, and it does have the auto 4-wheel if it's selected. The default mode is 2-wheel drive for everybody, mostly. I'll show you what that looks like in the Tahoe. It's real similar to the Silverado. Basically, you just got auto 4-wheel, 4 high, 4 low, 2 high. So, one of the reasons I think this full-time all-wheel drive is actually a little nicer is because it takes some of the thinking out of it. It knows when you need that all-wheel drive, and it just sends power to that wheel that's slipping. So, I'll give you an example. Last 4th of July, I was pulling out of a fireworks stand, and there was a bunch of people behind me, and I was on a bunch of gravel, and I had to accelerate pretty hard to get in front of some traffic. Otherwise, I was going to be there all day. And if I had the Silverado and 2-wheel drive, I would have sprayed rocks all over the crowd. But since I had this, I just got traction right away and jumped out into traffic, no problems. So I realized that the Tahoe could probably do that too, but you'd have to select the 4-wheel drive. So that was the first out of 10 reasons that I think the Passport is better than the Tahoe. The second is I think this V6 is about at least a second, maybe two, faster than the 2021 Tahoe 0 to 60. So this will be close to 6, maybe 6.5 seconds, and the Tahoe is pushing probably closer to 7 or 8. So this is just a little bit quicker, even though it's the V6. This V6 just screams. Super lot of power. Number 3, since we're talking about that V6, is the fuel mileage. I'm getting about 25 miles to the gallon with this 3.5 liter. I'm getting about 17, 18 with that. And again, that 5.3 is going to be almost identical to the 2021 Tahoe. So here's the 3.5 liter. It's a little dirty, not too bad. This does have 9,300 miles on it, so not quite 10,000 on it yet. So back to the gas mileage. Let's see what I've been getting here. Alright, so you can see that on my last tank, I went 426 miles, averaging 24.7. And the story is kind of the same with the other fuel tanks of gas. So 394 and 393. So in the winter, it's going to be a little worse, especially since I'll have to go slower for some of these icy roads, stuff like that. So as you can see, the gas mileage is pretty good. And it's not unheard of to get over 25 miles to the gallon with these things. It's still pretty sweet. So that was number 3, 25 miles per gallon. Number 4, number 4 is the overall size. So this is definitely smaller than the Tahoe, probably by at least 5 feet maybe. That can be good and bad. I'll probably do another video on the Tahoe. So cruising around town, it's going to be nice for parking spots, weaving out of traffic, tighter turning radius, stuff like that. So the overall size is just a little easier to deal with. So that was number 4. Number 5, this probably should be number 1 on my list. Number 5 is gonna be price. The price of the new freaking Tahoe is ridiculous. The one I want, the Z71 model, is like pushing 67 grand. I got this for 40. So that is just crazy. Especially when you can get this for, I think I paid 44 for the truck. I mean, similar technology. Obviously, the independent rear suspension is different on the Tahoe, but still, man, 65 grand or whatever. It's a hard pill to swallow. So this has some options that Z71 Tahoe that I've been looking at doesn't have. It's got ventilated seats, at least. So that price is just hard to deal with. All right, so that was number 5. Number 6, the Honda Sensing is standard with all these Hondas. You've got adaptive cruise control, you've got lane keep assist, you've got braking mitigation. So, and then this is the Elite model, so it's got the parking sensors as well. And although Honda definitely needed to do a better job on the Honda Sensing, at least it has it. Especially that braking mitigation. That's an important one. All right. Number 7 is the unibody chassis versus the old ladder structural frame. So this, I know it's got the full rear axle, but this shatters. It fills the bumps. It bounces. You hit one bump, you hit it you feel it 3 times. This, on the other hand, just takes those bumps so well. Super smooth. So I know the 2021 Tahoe has got that independent rear suspension now. It's supposed to be super cool, but it still has a ladder frame with that independent rear suspension. Here comes the loud beep. So you got to keep that in mind. This is definitely going to have a better ride. Some of the higher trim models do have air suspension, stuff like that on the Tahoe, but you're getting pretty pricey. All right, number 8 is the sound system. The sound system is kick ass. So it's got 540 watts, 10 speakers, and it is freaking good. So it also has a subwoofer. The subwoofer is kind of in the back. It's kind of close to the spare tire back there. But if you got a sweet stereo, that really adds to the vehicle. Really makes it a lot better. So this all, however, has the Bose just like the new Tahoe does, and I guess it only says right there. And this actually has a subwoofer underneath here, but this is still just a little better. The Bose is good, don't get me wrong, but just not quite as good. All right, number 9, the step-up height in the Passport is better than the Tahoe. So I know that you can get running boards on both. However, just like that. However, the step-up height is still going to be a little bit better in the Passport. All right, what we got next? Last but not least, number 10 is the trade-in value. So I know there's kind of a myth that came from our parents that if you drive off the lot, you lose $10,000. However, if you got a vehicle that retains some of that, you're not going to lose as much. There's a couple caveats to that, of course. if you get it for a good price, brand new, like I did, you're probably not going to lose a lot. So the other caveat is if you spend a crap ton of money, the more you spend, not necessarily, but the probably more you're going to lose. So you have to keep that in mind too. I've put 10,000 miles on this, and I probably have only lost $800. Paid almost 41 for it, and it's probably worth 40 still. All right. Well, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know if you think the new 2021 Tahoe is better than the Honda Passport. Like I said, I'll probably do a video of 5 or 10 things that are better actually in the Tahoe. But for the most part, I'm pretty dang happy with this Passport. A couple little gripes here and there, but for the most part, this thing is sweet. I'm also pretty dang happy with that. The Silverado's awesome. But I also didn't pay $65,000 like the Tahoe. That's just ridiculous. Anyways, you know what to do. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Peace.